chain to one of the street lights in the median.
Yeah, there'll be trailer hitch locks, and we can do the same also.
So in the bond money, we don't need, oh, you're saying we're spending it anyway, so it's a net.
Yeah, we're spending it anyway.
Yeah, so definitely we could,
I guess if you don't need the money for anything else, then, and we got it, then we might as well do it.
We'll make a motion.
We didn't, then I would be lobbying for one, but.
I did request,
Let's try to negotiate a discount like we're buying two.
we did do that, and
Okay.
he knocked off 500 on each one of them. That's my understanding.
What's the
Something.
seizure fund, what do you?
I said that seizure fund is very specific, you can only use it for certain things. This would qualify, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I glanced at it, but I'll verify.
But we'd have to, Marvin has to do a budget amendment and all that, right? For our actual bond.
If it's coming out of the construction bond, I would, and I don't think we need to out of the seizure account.
You're spending city funds, I'd be surprised, but.
Well, because it's a separate set-up
Yeah.
fund, I don't think we have to, but if we do, we will.
Yeah, ask Bill, make sure.
Yeah, sure will.
Table this. Well, we can take an action, and then they can bring, if they need to bring it back.
Yeah, we'll bring back how we do it. We just need y'all's approval to go forward.
I'll make a motion to approve purchase of electronic message boards for traffic control. Two of them, using the seizure fund.
Well, it would be the CO bonds first, and then we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to purchase 2 electronic message boards for traffic control expended from the 2021 CO bonds. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. Move to item number 10, which is discussion and/or action on absorbing convenience and/or service fees on utility accounts.
I just wanted to see y'all again.
You're up.
All right, so I went back to Tyler to ask him the questions that you guys had the last meeting that we had. One of them was that the e-checks can be set on auto pay and at the $1.95 per transaction. We could just cover those fees for the checks. They recommended that we don't because it would cause more NSF fees for us. And we're issues.
Explain that to us. People will sign up for it, and then if their account can't cover it.
Then the bank kicks back the check to us.
Okay.
And then it's got to go through finance and then back through.
So they're saying people are more apt, if you only give them one option, they'll do it and end up in trouble. If you give them a credit card, they're more likely to put it on a credit card.
Yeah.
And the credit card, if they don't have room for the charge, it just will,
They'll
there's no
decline it.
fee.
Yeah.
They're just a declination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as what they told me, most of their customers do pay the fees for their clients. Like with Westworth, they don't pay it for court or building permits. So it's just going to be water across the board. It's not going to be any of the other, if we were to cover any of the fees on that, they'd be paying the 3.7%. Inco did say that there was a chance with the Visa and MasterCard that there would be, if we covered and absorbed those fees, there would be a chance for a 1% discount through the Visa and MasterCard.
So.
But they were not guaranteeing that either.
So that's negotiated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there, some of what they said, is there a fee, like on the credit cards, is there a per transaction fee and a discount, or just a discount?
Just the discount.
Okay. One of their tables was a little confusing.
He didn't update the one, but he sent me some of the information, so it may just be a little bit off. And then...
So, but they're, based on their records, or, well, just finish, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Go ahead and do your presentation, and then you'll probably tell me.
The only other thing was that Marvin and I discussed not sending late notices anymore if we decided to try to help cover the cost of these things. because we're sending out a lot of late notices. We're sending out about 800 a month. And it's not free. So we are gonna have the rate go up on the stamps again to 60 cents. On just the late notices last year, we spent almost $5,000.
So how would it work though? No late notice, and then they just get their water cut off?
If they sign up for e-billing, they will still get an electronic late notice, otherwise they would not. One of the other...
So nobody would be getting a late notice at that?
Right, unless they sign up for e-billing.
I'm kind of uneasy about that. I know we're saving money, but, I mean, there's already a penalty for being late. So
Yeah.
at that point, I mean, to me, that seems like it's reasonable for us to,
Cover the cost?
yeah, just let, to still let them know, and then
Yeah.
it's not a pretty...
One of the other options that they do have is, it's 10 cents per message, but I could send out a message to everybody that's on the cutoff list 2 or 3 days before cutoff.
But none of that have we included in the ordinance
No.
or nothing?
So is there, for people that are doing e-bill though, or can people, under whatever you're presenting to us,
Mhm.
can some people choose to do e-bill and not get any mail?
Yes.
Okay, the system can allow for that?
Yeah. So really, if they sign up for e-billing, they
So
get
for
their
those
late notice.
people, they would get a late notice, they're not gonna get a hard copy
Correct,
of either the original bill or the late bill?
correct.
And I'm good with that if they've opted in.
Yeah.
It's just,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, Fort Worth's not really giving anybody a choice anymore, you have to do electronic,
Really?
yeah.
What, seemed like it said, what, on their statistics, like, a certain percentage of the people will likely opt for that.
Mhm.
What was that, do you remember?
They said we're gonna get a 10% at least minimum raise in how many people pay by auto
And
pay.
that's all, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's at least for the first year, we'll see. I think it'll be more, because we have a lot more people asking for it, especially like today, we cut off 70 people today,
Well, okay.
which is a lot.
Right, anytime we can prevent, if we can prevent having to cut someone's utilities off, then that's a win for everybody.
Yes.
Because we know a lot of their time doing that as
Sure,
well.
and the people having to put up with it and all that. So, they talk about a technology fee.
Mhm.
What is, does that actually mean a separate fee, or they mean just go up $1 on your rates?
Well, it depends on how you want to work it in. Either you would add it into the water rate, or add it on to everybody's bill as a technology
That's-
fee, and just have it as another line item on
That's
it.
allowed?
Yeah. Mhm.
It'd be better to do it as, in the rate itself.
Okay. I thought the state had some rules on some of that, so that's why I didn't know. Okay. But so from what they're saying, if someone does this, if they do the e-check, it's basically $2.
Yeah.
If they do credit card, our minimum bill is $110,
Mhm.
if I remember right.
Yep.
Not that I have one. So at 3%, that's $3 and change, right?
Yep.
So, anyone that does it is gonna cost us a minimum of 2. They sound like most people are gonna go credit card.
Yeah.
So 3, and it's easy for a water bill to be $200.
Yeah, they're working more towards 4 to 4.5.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, when they say 10%, they're talking about e-bill, or are they talking about people electronically paying?
Electronically paying,
Okay.
yeah.
So, if you run the number, or maybe you did run the numbers, the 2,900, right, 10%, 290, right?
Yeah.
So 300 times $5
Yep.
would be what we would be, so that's what, $1,500 a month? Is that all? 300 times 5, yeah.
So what I've seen in other cities is around 15 to 30,000 annually.
And we were
Come in.
15, if I remember right.
Right.
Lots of, they come in and they get the water bill and they come in and pay in person. There's no other fee other than,
They pay the percentage here right now.
if it's a credit card, what if it's paid by check?
No, there is no fee.
For people that mail in, there's no
Yeah,
fee.
right.
Okay.
Now, INCO did suggest that if we did cover the fee, to not cover it